So welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris and I'm a gorilla in the wrist. Today we're looking at this Martin SN007B, a very clear 62 Mas homage, and asking the question, if you're going to homage such a classic, have they got it right? Let's get into it. Today we're looking at this rather gorgeous Martin SN007B, very clearly a 62 Mas homage. I picked this one up in the June sale and I paid about £128 before tax. This was in my June selection video which we did a couple of weeks ago, so I thought I'd better see it through to a conclusion given I recommended it to everybody else. This one comes in three colours. So it comes in a green colour, it comes in a gunmetal grey, and this rather luxurious enamel blue. And all the dials are enamel, and does give it a bit of punchy. It did come on this very good FKM black rubber strap, nicely branded. Sorry, the back of the strap is branded. Normally I would recommend getting the bracelet on a watch, because you can always pick up another, a leather strap or a NATO strap. We've all got those in our collections. However, what I've found with San Martin watches are certainly at the cheaper end. The bracelets are, how do I put this politely, not very good. I had this problem with the Explorer 2 homage that I bought just before Christmas, which you would have seen in the Christmas roast. It's that one. And the bracelet on that was shocking. And hence, when this arrived, whilst there's nothing wrong with this FKM rubber strap, I really thought that it worked really well on this. It's a single pass NATO, so it doesn't add a huge amount in terms of thickness. I just thought the colours, the match of the colours was quite good. I think the outer blue of the strap kind of works with the dial colour, and the sort of the cream and the green kind of leads you then into the loom. So for me, I thought that those colours worked really well. And these are decent straps. It's got support for the holes. The end is leather tipped, and it feels really good. It's a decent quality strap, properly branded as well, with good solid retainers. Just a really nice strap. But this watch is really all about that dial, that amazing dial. I'm not sure what you call that colour. I'm sticking with enamel blue. It's a very subtle, slightly pale, iridescent blue dial. It's just sumptuous. In terms of the rest of the dial, so we've got a 120 click unidirectional bezel. The bezel itself has got, I think it's an enamel fill, and a strong loom pip at the top. It's really snicky but really firm as well. There's no backplay in this. It works really, really well. Now I'm going to have to set it back to the right one. But it's got batons all the way around, thick batons at the 12, the 6 and the 9. We've got a date window at the 3. Nice. Let's try and get that in focus. A really nice framed date window. Not quite colour match, but you forgive it for that. The hands are really good. High polish, but absolutely filled with loom. They're fairly basic fence post hands, but what I like about is they go right out to where they're good. So the minute hand stretches right out to the minute track, and the hour hand as well kind of kisses the indices as it passes by them. Just really, really well done. And the second hand is really nice as well. It's got a little rectangle on the end, and again stretches right the way out to the minute track. Just really, really well done. It has the San Martin logo above the dial, and then below the dial it simply says automatic 200 meters. Now, clearly they don't get credit for the design. This is a very clear 62 Mas homage, but they've kept it clean. It's really, really nice. Quite impressed with that. And as with most 62 Mas homages, the lugs do sweep out somewhat. So the dial size is 39mm, but by the time you've taken the lugs all the way out to make it feel like a bigger watch. The lug to lug is about 48mm. And in terms of the finishing, it's got a high polished edge all the way around, high polished crown with the Saint Martin logo on it. But what fascinates me about this, so the top of the finishing is brushed, but the high polish finish on the sides carries on to the sides of the lugs as well. So if you look at the finishing, you've got the high polish all the way around and onto the edge of the lugs. The top of the lugs are brushed, and the gap between the lugs are brushed as well. Bezel has a really nice coin edge all the way around it. The crown is grippy, and I'm not going to take the strap off to show you the back of the watch. It is screw down, but there is nothing on it. It's brushed, and there is absolutely nothing, completely sterile. And the crown is screwed down as well, hence the 200 meters of water resistance. So we're going to look at the detailed specifications now. So the dial width on this watch is 39mm. Because of the slightly lengthy lug to lug of 48, it does wear slightly bigger. But a standard lug width of 20mm, thickness of 13mm before I threw a NATO strap on it. It has the venerable NH35 movement. On a strap, weighs in at 93 grams, has 200 meters of water resistance, and comes on a lovely domed sapphire crystal. So let's talk about the things that I don't like about this watch. This is not going to take long. I suppose the only one really is the fact that it came in one of these slightly old-fashioned Saint Martin boxes. I was hoping I would get one of those nice fancy green leather thingamajigs. So the only other thing really, and it is a very minor quibble, is just that the FK strap tapers down very, very, very thin, which doesn't work for my huge wrists. But actually, I think for a lot of people, it would probably be quite nice. But that's it. That's all I've got going against this particular watch. So let's talk about the things I like about this watch. So I think you have to start with that colour. The colour of that dial is just, it's got a real sumptuousness to it. I think some of that is to do with the enamel, so you get a bit of reflection off of it. But the colour is deep, has real depth to it. Just sensational. The second thing, and you would have seen the loom shot already, is that the loom on this thing is amazing. I mean, really, really good. It's not a Helm Vanuatu or a Helm Kuraburi or anything like that. However, it is extraordinarily good at this value. I mean, properly amazingly good. The next thing I like is the finishing. And I think they've done a really interesting approach here, which is to say, we're going to keep the finishing very simple. So there aren't chamfered edges, there aren't lots of complicated little bits of finishing. But what they've done is to keep it simple and do it well. And they've done it really well. And I like the high polish finish. They seem to have got that right, particularly then rolling it onto the end of the lugs as well. Just brilliant. Attention to detail is very, very good. Next, I like the domed sapphire crystal on it. I haven't mentioned it previously, but actually I kind of like, there's a little bit of distortion at the edges, but not a huge amount. And just the visibility of this watch, almost from any angle, It's very clear. And even with those silvered hands, because it's a dark coloured dial, it's always easy to read. Just really, really nice. The bezel is fantastic. I'm pretty sure that's enamel too. It's got a really nice high shine to it. Really enjoyable, and sort of complements the finishing on the side of the watch. And then the final thing is really just the price. So I got lucky and picked this up in a sale at £128 sterling. There's plenty of sales. Keep an eye on. I would buy this in the sale. I think it's probably still decent value at the full price, which is sort of closer to 140, 150. But at £128, this is just an absolute steal. So let's have a go at summarising and wrapping this one up. So I started off by asking the question, is this a worthy homage to what is an iconic dive watch, the Seiko 62 Maz? And I think it is. I think the way they've done it, they haven't gone over the top. The colour is gorgeous. I just think that you kind of look at this and think, yeah, they know what they're up to. They know what they're trying to do. It's not an exact replica by a long shot. There are some subtle differences, but I think it retains the basic similarity. But it's just done to such a really good standard. I really like it. You probably got the drift that I really like this watch, and I would recommend this. The colour's sensational. I suspect the colour in all of the three variants is equally as good. But I've been wearing this one and I haven't taken it off very much at all, to be absolutely honest. I have worn it night time and the loom saw all the way through to the morning without any problems at all. I just think it's a really, really good package, and at this price I think it's a bargain. So it's a thumbs up from the Gorilla. That's it for today. It's a Saturday afternoon. I was going to say it's lovely and sunny, but I had to interrupt making this video because the thunder and lightning got so bad you couldn't hear me over the top of it. But I hope the weather is better wherever you are. The sun's out now, so hopefully it'll be okay. I hope it's better wherever you are and that you're having a fantastic weekend. I have still got about a dozen watches that I need to do reviews of. So there's plenty more content coming up over the next few weeks. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Please drop a comment. Do you think this stands up as an homage to an absolute classic? Be really interested to hear your thoughts on that. And other than that, enjoy a fantastic weekend. It's Father's Day in the UK tomorrow. To all the fathers in the world, try and convince your sons to get you one of these. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.